Welcome back to the WMMA Today podcast. We are on our regular bat channel, regular bat time, regular bat day. This is Drake Riggs and me, Steve. We will be talking about the XFC 43 recap, Bellator 252 recap, KSW 56 recap, UFC Vegas 14 recap, ton of recaps, Contender Series recap, which happened last night, a ton of news. Invicta 43 is coming up this week, UFC 255 with Shevchenko, and let's get this shit started. We'll start out with the XFC 43 recap, where Danielle Taylor beat Jessica Aguilar by unanimous decision. Or no, it was actually a split decision, yeah. Couple 29-28 going to Taylor, and then 128-29 going to Jag. It was a good scrap, right?
Yeah, no, this was a better fight than I thought it would be. I'm happy to see that it was a good fight at the very least.
Yeah.
Still a split decision as we predicted. Knew it would be close because that's Danielle Taylor.
Taylor, man.
But
That's what
more exciting. Yeah, more exciting of a Danielle Taylor fight than we're used to seeing in. I honestly thought that Jessica looked pretty darn good. Didn't look like she missed a beat at all. I thought that she won. It came down to, she won the first round and then Taylor the second round, pretty clear. They both had each the first two in round like that. And then it was the swing round was the third round, which I can see argument for either one. But, I just edged it to Jessica. But I could see it going either way. Very close. And, just a fun fight overall. I thought it was a, fun back and forth fight. And, good to see Jessica back, but it sucks, she got the Danielle Taylor effect, which is still coming out on the wrong side of the split. But
yeah, it's kind of a bummer, but Danielle Taylor did her job, man. That was a Danielle Taylor fight.
I mean, I don't know if I would say it was a Danielle Taylor fight because it was more. She threw more volume than you normally see from her, so she did show some improvements definitely, and that was good to see that she got more active and just comfortable in there overall against a game, Jessica Aguilar, who is just insanely tough. Look back at all the fights she's been on and who she's fought and everything, and never wanted to back down. Took her fair share, gave out her fair share. Kind of surprised. I think that Jessica maybe should have tried to wrestle a little bit more than she did, especially as the fight went on. But just maybe didn't feel comfortable enough to go that route. So
Danielle Taylor's just we talk about it every time that there's a Danielle Taylor fight. She's just a really tough opponent for literally everybody.
Yeah, exactly. Just tricky for one reason or another. Usually, it's the the cautiousness, the movement, all that. But showed some new wrinkles to the game in this one and got her the win. So good for her. Curious to see what is next for her, whether it's in the XFC or back in Invicta. And same goes for Jessica, of course. That will be in XFC once again for her. But
right.
Yeah, just happy to see Jessica back because it was a good fight. I don't think she should be too upset or hard on herself for that performance because, like I said, very close. I'm sure I'm not the only one who scored that third round for her. Obviously, one of the judges did too. So, but not a robbery. Let's get that out of the way too because it's always got to say that in these kind of fights. But
not a robbery at all. I mean, if they would have went Aguilar, then it would have been fine. I mean, and they did go Taylor, so it's fine. I mean, either way, it's fine. It was an incredibly close fight, so it didn't really matter how the judges went. I guess they got it right.
Yeah, I mean,
too bad for Aguilar. Like you said, I really wish she would have tried to wrestle more, use her wrestling, but Danielle Taylor looked bigger, didn't she?
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know. Maybe it was just her bottom half that looked bigger to me
well, yes,
than
she's
normal.
very, very thick legs. I mean,
Right.
even look in this picture, she looks tinier actually.
Yeah, like, but I I think it was her bottom half. So when you're wrestling, obviously you're using a lot more of your legs.
Yeah.
So maybe Aguilar wasn't comfortable trying to trying to take Taylor down because Taylor was strong.
Yeah, I mean, she got one in the first round, if I'm remembering correctly. She at least went for
Yeah.
some. So, either way.
Yeah.
And yes, Yusuf, you are correct, buddy. keep the keep the suck it science being thrown out here with the background. Are you ready? so yes,
Are
that
you
was.
ready?
Are you ready? XFC 43. Saw a lot of fucking crazy finishes actually at that show. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
overall, a
UFC
good,
really put on a good product, and they're welcome back.
yeah, and their
But
debut on TV.
yeah, did find it weird that we kept seeing the same commercial for the president of XFC
Oh
and
yeah, that was
trying to
awkward.
trying to push their merchandise. Like, bro, I've seen it 5 times now. I'm pretty sure if I'm not gonna buy a T-shirt right now, by now, I'm probably never gonna buy a T-shirt.
That was funny. I forgot all about that, and it was like not the highest like quality of commercial,
At all. But to be fair to him, he was quirky about it. He was funny.
Yes,
It was goofy.
he wasn't too serious. Let's put it that way.
No, he wasn't taking it serious. I mean, you can see like he was laughing about it and stuff, but it was weird. It was weird. I like him. He's kind of a weirdo. I like that for ah. When was last time Aaron Jackson showed up to the show?
I
Welcome,
don't
pal.
know. I don't know.
Um, yeah, I don't know either. But anyway, he was a weirdo, and I kind of dug it until like the fourth or fifth commercial, and I was like, okay, dude, I'm over it now. I'm not gonna buy your fucking hoodie, bro. I'm really not gonna buy your hoodie.
I appreciate the effort, sir, but yeah, we're gonna pass on that. Essentially.
Man. Yeah, like, man, whatever. All right. So Bellator 252, Kerry Melendez. What? Yeah. First round submission. RNC. Man, dude. Um, Emily King she did not look comfortable at all.
I mean, I think she maybe looked too comfortable, man. She was fearless walking
Or,
into those shots.
or she was too comfortable. Exactly. Or she was too comfortable and she got rocked.
Yeah. Because, I mean, she was walking Carrie down, trying to really put the pressure on and just didn't have much defense for it. Just took some straight rights to the face. As you can see, Pez dispenser head in the picture here. Um, yeah, maybe not the best approach from Emily, obviously, as it cost her in the end, hurting her. Wasn't it a body shot that dropped her at first and then
Just the body. Yeah.
the rear naked it was the knees, if I'm remembering correctly. But yeah, Carrie looked absolutely excellent in this, and I think that part of that is to obviously play into Emily's not so great approach, but either way, a very
Yeah.
good win.
I mean, I think that Emily King was just going for the kill shot, and she
Right
got
away,
caught.
right
She
away.
got caught herself. Um, she made a mistake, and Carrie Melendez put her out.
Yeah.
That's what happens in MMA, though. So, good luck to you, Emily King, because Carrie Melendez put you out.
I think that's a very good learning experience for her. So, not too worried. It happens sometimes. You get a little excited.
I really hope that we see Carrie Melendez more often. I mean, she's really good. She's really good, right? Like she has incredible striking for such a tiny thing. She's really good, but she just doesn't fight.
Yeah. What is that? Once a year we were looking at last week.
Yeah, once a
For
year,
that.
and there was a year where she didn't fight. I think it was 2018 or something like that, where she didn't fight at all or something. And
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah, once a year, and when are we going to see her in 2021 again? Because we know she's not going to fight in 2020 again. That's not her style.
Well, she made it out to seem like in the post-fight press conference, she made it out to seem like she does want to be more active. But like we were saying, like I was saying anyways, the fact that they don't have a strawweight division and finding her too many opponents. So, and then she even talked about wanting to go flyweight and fight more people. So sounds to me, I would say it kind of sounded like she wants to be more active, but I guess we'll see. And I still stand by even after this win. Answered Stamina's question last week about how she would do in the flyweight division. I just think it's a little bit, even you take into consideration the size of Carrie and then the flyweights and how good these flyweights are.
And it's so deep.
Yeah, it's struggle to see how her going very far, but a welcome addition, no doubt about it. So
Stamina said Emily King looked like an Emmy in there. She was flailing her arms and just trying to go for that kill shot, and it just made her look terrible.
It was a poor game plan. Yeah, no
doubt. Terrible. Aaron Jackson said, "Carrie Melendez is bae. Abso-fucking-lutely.
Gilbert gonna come after you, bro."
What did UFC's t-shirt say? Gilbert.
Giblert. Sounds like a Pokemon.
Yeah, Giblert Melendez.
There's Gibble. Gibble's a Pokemon, that's why.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Gibble's fucking awesome, actually.
Yeah, he is. Okay, so KSW 56 recap. I think I got this right. But Halba ended up winning. She got a unanimous decision. It was a good fight. It was a good fight, right?
Yeah. So bring on the Giblert, he says. Just get that out of the way.
Honestly, I kind of want that shirt now, but I'm pretty sure they don't sell it.
I know. You got to find it on eBay or something.
Find it at the fucking thrift store in San Jose.
Yeah, so it's funny to go from the Carrie fight we were just talking about to this one because it's kind of the story of how pressure can and cannot work for you. Like, depending on the style and everything, because Emily King went in there super aggressive, just kind of a little bit too not very calculated, I guess I can put it that way, and paid for it. Justina Haba, she went in there and did that to great effect. Just really overwhelmed Carolina. Did I say Justina? Justina overwhelmed Carolina with the pressure and her aggressiveness and, striking technique on point, hard punches. Man, she's just a little savage, Haba is. And so, yeah, she pretty much just was able to be much more effective on the feet and made Carolina really uncomfortable with that pressure and backing her up and all that. Obviously, Carolina was able to, employ her ground game a little bit, get some takedowns and top position, as we can see in the picture. But she didn't really do anything with her top control. Like the third round in particular, I think she had about maybe 2.5 minutes of top control time, but just didn't do any damage, unfortunately.
Didn't do anything at all, yeah.
Yeah, so...
but it was a good fight from both. And they're extremely marketable. Both of them are highly marketable women. So Carolina lost.
She'll be back.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Plus, she's a boxer,
Yeah.
She can go box too.
I don't know if she's interested in doing that, but yeah, that is an option. And
if she's good at boxing pays better.
You think so? This is a rabbit hole to go down. I don't know if I'm ready to go down it right now.
Maybe not for the women. Unfortunately, it's terrible. Okay, yeah, not for the women, but generally, boxing pays better than MMA does. But again, not for the women. And yes, it's a rabbit hole. We can talk about that fucking for 2 hours. Whole show.
Not ready to go there today. That's a big topic.
Right. If you're new here, me saying marketable, that means they're hot. That means that
code for.
Yeah, me saying marketable just means that fucking man, they are smoking.
But very good prospects as well. And Haba.
Oh yeah. Haba's the beast, dude. She's such, like you said, a savage. She's a beast.
Yeah, and I think that this isn't the worst thing for Carolina because I think that I mean, of course, their
There's good
flyweight
losses.
division.
There's good losses.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like, I mean, they were kind of promoting Carolina a lot more in terms of, the face of the division right now, and I mean, their division isn't too big or talented or anything at the moment, but like they would have fast tracked her a little bit if she got this win here. So I mean, I think it's good to show that she's not quite ready for maybe any super pushes or whatever that they could have done with her,
Right.
and obviously she can learn from this that somebody what happens this is what can happen when somebody really brings it to you, and then you know how she can be more effective when she's on top and in those positions. And I mean, she did almost fucking get that armbar in the second round. I
Yeah,
mean,
she was close.
that was very tight.
Yeah, she was close to getting the armbar, but I mean, Haba was just
Stayed
the better.
calm, yeah.
Yeah, she was just the better fighter that night. Uh, It is what it is when it comes to losses. When you're when you're growing
Hmm.
as an MMA fighter, and which both of them are.
Yeah, yeah, it'll be exciting to see what
And
they're doing in 2 years.
yeah, they're both marketable. And I'm not just saying that because they're both good-looking girls. They're both
Also from Poland, like
right,
exciting
exactly.
fighters,
And
all these things.
KSW, those are homegrown girls right there for them.
Well, Carolina, absolutely, she was in all of her fights have been there, but yeah,
Yeah.
Haba, this was her debut. I think it was her KSW debut, but obviously, it's still a rising Polish prospect, young in her career. Wouldn't say that not Carolina, that Justina was a KS, not wouldn't say that Justina was a rising homegrown star just because two
Yeah.
fights and went 1-1, but did start her career in Rising. So yeah,
But I meant like they're both Polish,
yes, yeah,
and KSW can be home for them for a while.
and they're
Just like
probably the best Polish prospects right now. I mean, if you think about it. So
yeah, in the women's
yeah,
division
yeah,
for
definitely.
sure. Yeah, for sure. So it's good. Um, Aaron asks if he's marketable. Absolutely.
Just absolutely.
Absolutely, Aaron.
I love the back and forth that we're getting in the chat right there. Stamina's about to open the wallet, he says.
Throw that throw that cash out to Aaron. Y'all haven't heard him sing, have you?
Oh, whoopsie. We got a mistake here.
Uh-oh.
Not one,
Uh-oh.
not 114. It's 14.
UFC Vegas 14 recaps. Dude, I'm so disappointed that Granger didn't win this fight.
Yeah,
Um,
that was
Ashley Yoder ended up beating Granger by a unanimous decision. There's a 30-26 in there. Come on, 30-26 is pushing that shit.
yeah, Granger won the first round. She won
Yeah.
the first round.
Yeah, she ended up essentially giving up that fight to Yoder.
Yeah, I mean, Yoder, I think that this fight, if anything, it showed that maybe we should give her a little bit more credit in her grappling, or maybe
Okay.
uh,
Yeah.
I mean that plus the fact that Granger, I mean, normally she's pretty good at defending things in the grappling and taking her time on
Right.
top and all that, but just got stuck on the bottom really, specifically in that third round, which was the 10-8. That whole
Yeah,
round
it
was
was
on her
weird.
back.
Like, why? Like, what happened? I was thinking to myself, what the what in the fuck is going on right now? Why is Granger not able to get up?
Yeah. Yeah, I just got kind of stuck. And I mean, I think the thing about Yoder too is that she does look for a lot of submissions. Whether they're close, which they weren't. They're the armbar in the first round.
Yeah.
That was the closest attempt. But she makes you think. Like there were some head and arm choke, arm triangle attempts kind of throughout
Mhm.
the second and third round, but they were never really close. But they make you think, which maybe
Essentially,
got
the judges they made the judge. I think Yoder's how she was how she scored all those points, and especially that 30-26. Like, she was the more active fighter throughout the fight, other
Yeah.
than that first round where, of course, Granger won.
Yeah. And I mean,
But
as you can see in the striking totals too, that's pretty much what you're saying.
yeah, that third round really kind of annoyed me about Granger. I think that if they were to fight 5 more times, Granger would probably win four out of the five.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's fair to say. I mean, but at the same time, I do think that, Yoder, yeah, I got to give her some credit for being able to, do as well as she did, kind of surprise us there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, okay. Props to Ashley Yoder. Like, maybe I slept on you. I mean, I suppose I did.
And I mean, we did know that she's always one of those fighters too. Like the
Right.
Danielle Taylor effect, the
No,
Yoder effect
we've
is
talked
also a
about that.
thing.
Yeah, for sure. We've definitely talked about that, and we talk about that every time that she's on the card. But I thought going in, Miranda Granger, what is the better fighter? And I still think Miranda Granger is the better fighter.
Better upside long term.
Oh yeah, for sure. She just didn't show. She just didn't show it that night, I guess, which is unfortunate. But she's young, so it's all right, I guess. I mean, this Granger Yoder fight upset me. Not at all high level. Stunk out the whole card. MMA bros think all women's fights are like that one. Yeah, I agree. Like, it wasn't the highest of level fight that we're gonna see. I again,
I can't believe it was the highest build fight out of all three that we're about to talk about.
yeah,
you know,
but again, Granger like didn't give us her typical fight, so that's why the fight wasn't as good. I think, because Yoder's not that fun. Like, she's a decent fighter, I suppose,
she'll give us
and
some fun scrambles every now and then.
yeah, sometimes I guess, but she's not a finisher, whereas Granger typically is.
Yeah, an interesting one, definitely an
Yeah,
interesting one. But yeah.
but
So
again, Stamina's right though. Like all the
oh,
dudes,
here we
all,
go.
all the dudes on Twitter, right? They're like, "Oh, women's fights, they fucking suck. Women suck. They shouldn't be fucking fighting because I'm a fucking douchebag." You know, uh, that shit kills me. Like, it's fucking stupid. The MMA bros, they're a bunch of fucking retards, dude. I hate using that word. I hate it, but they're fucking dipshits. Like,
Yeah.
I cannot stand the dudes who fucking say that women shouldn't be fighting. Dude, they've been fighting for a long fucking time, even before fucking Ronda Rousey brought women's MMA to the UFC. They've been fighting for a very long time. We're just seeing it more now, and they typically do put on good fights. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. Fuck you guys.
Steve Rant coming in before the 25-minute mark for the quarter. Coming in hot.
Stamina got me fucking heated reading that shit.
Stamina.
Like, I was fine when I was reading it when I was on screen, and then I read it again, and I was like, he's right. Those MMA bros, fuck those dudes.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers.
They are the worst. Thankfully, I'm pretty good at avoiding those kind of guys. But
Yeah, I mean, I see it every now and then. Aaron, stop fucking retweeting these MMA bros. So it comes on my feed. I'm gonna block you, Aaron. I want to see that shit. Okay. Again, Corey McKenna beat Kay Hansen. Again, where was Kay Hansen, dude? And why was she wearing that scrunchie?
what's wrong with the scrunchie? I didn't even notice.
Why
You're
was she
just talking
wearing?
shit to talk shit now.
I'm not talking shit to talk shit. I'm saying that she should have beat Corey McKenna.
Okay, man. Okay, here we go. Let's get into this. Okay, Kay Hansen was robbed. Do you really think that Corey won that fight? I watched it
I
today
don't. I really, I really
without
don't.
the audio on, so I don't know what the commentary was saying, but I would argue that that was a 30-27 for Kay Hansen. I was
Oh,
very
yeah.
surprised to see that they gave that to Corey. I mean, obviously, what the third round, one of those, the second or third round, you could have gave to Corey. But I mean,
I think it was the second round.
she
Or
had the control at the end of the rounds, but it was kind of like Josh didn't do much with it.
okay,
Didn't do.
so what happened was what had happened was Corey McKenna outstruck Kay Hansen, right?
I didn't think so. I thought Kay was landing the better shots on the feet too. I
Can you
really
pull
thought that
can you
this
pull up
was the
the
stats.
stats?
I couldn't. They didn't
Because
show
I'm
up. But let me.
I'm pretty sure that McKenna outstruck Kay Hansen.
Let's
From
see.
what I can remember, um, McKenna did outstrike Hansen, but
Let's
I don't think that she won. I don't think that she won. Maybe it wasn't the best fight that we saw from Kay Hansen, but she did enough to win the fight.
I mean, yeah. Okay. So we got the totals here. I really thought that that was pretty clear for Kay. So I guess in total strikes, yeah, Corey McKenna in the first round, and then, well, all rounds apparently.
Yeah,
Weird. That's very weird. I mean,
yeah, dude.
in terms of it just the more effectively landed shots, I felt like that was totally Kay. And I mean, especially in the first round, which the first round, I think that you cannot deny at all that that was her round that she won. And then, like I said, certain moments there, it's the second round here where she had the minute 28 at the very end, but before that, I mean, I don't know, just okay. So okay, here's the thing. So you look at the totals. It's kind of what I'm saying is, if you're gonna, I hate the significant strike stat, right? But they gave Kay Hansen the better significance in round two and three, which, yeah, I don't know. That was an odd one. That was an odd one for me. I just felt that one was a robbery, and I don't think too many fights are robberies these days. But I don't know. I don't know, man. Odd one. Odd
Wait
one.
a minute. I'm going to MMA decisions.
I think that almost everybody had it for her.
Did they?
Yeah. Man, while you're pulling that up, Stamina says scrunchies are not fight attire. Haha. But no, Corey didn't win that fight. I thought 29-28, but guts to give Hansen her due because there were no blanket vibes that I often criticize her for. Respect due. Yeah. Fair
Yeah, but can we answer why she wore the scrunchie?
Was it like coming out or something and I didn't notice?
Oh, dude, it was literally fucking higher than her head. Like it was like,
How did I not notice that?
you don't notice shit like that. Details. Yeah.
I thought I was very detail oriented. I guess not.
So okay, out of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 media members, only 2 scored it 29-28 for McKenna.
Only 2.
MMAJunkie.com and
None of them gave her all 3 rounds though.
correct. No, and then there were actually 3 30-27s for Kay Hansen. You want to know who?
Sure.
Marcel Dorf, Keith Schillen, and Steve Duncan.
Well, add my name to that list. It would have been on there if I saw it live.
Yeah, why aren't you on here?
I took a mini vacation this week, so I didn't watch it live. But
Oh,
yeah,
that's right. You didn't watch the fights live.
not live. I still need to see the main event, but I caught up for the show.
Oh, you haven't watched Felder and RDA yet?
No, I have not.
Bummer, dude.
Sounded good, but clear who won. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good fight.
Oh, okay. So I mean, here's a good argument for that scrunchie. Maybe it swayed the judges.
Yeah, the scrunchie definitely swayed the judges. I mean, I think that more fighters should wear scrunchies instead of like braiding their hair. I think that it should be a thing, actually.
But he's saying that it swayed against her.
No, but if more fighters wore scrunchies, the or the judges would respect it. They would
Okay.
respect the scrunchie.
All right. I don't know why we're talking about this as much as we are.
Well, because it was weird. It was just weird. I don't know.
All
I,
right.
I noticed it right away, I guess.
I'm gonna have to rewatch just for that. So, we need to get on hashtag respect the scrunchie. It is. Let's get that trending.
Yeah.
Let's get
I mean,
on to the
we
real
should
main
have.
event already. Okay. I am done with this scrunchy talk. Let's get on to the real business here.
Okay, so this was a good fight, right? Murata ended up beating Randa Marcos by unanimous decision, 30-27s. Is this it for Randa Marcos in the UFC? Or does she get another fight?
So she did sign a new contract before that Dern loss, but I don't think that that matters. Unfortunately.
For the UFC don't give a shits. I mean,
But I mean,
they're
she
signing all
did.
these fighters from Contender Series. They're
Yeah.
bringing new talent in.
Very true. Very good point. Yeah, I was gonna say maybe it would savor the fact that she stepped in on short notice, but
I mean,
I don't know.
she's fought what 3 times during COVID. Two
Yes.
times during
Yeah,
COVID.
no, all of her losses this year, all three of these fights have been this year in losses, yeah.
Yeah, and now she's lost 4 in a row, or was that the third?
That was third, yeah.
Okay.
Rough. Bummer for Randa, but man, I
Yeah.
cannot say I cannot be more impressed or more happy with this performance from Kanako, dude. Like, sure, I expected her to find a submission, but I feel like this performance was even better than I expected it to be, dude.
It was
I
really
thought
good.
that overall she really made some serious improvements from that Dakota fight. She looked awesome, man. From just the striking was sharper. She was hitting really hard, quick, accurate. Her ground and pound specifically was more vicious than I think we probably ever
Oh
seen.
yeah, dude,
Um,
she was a absolute fucking killer. I was shocked that she didn't get the finish in
the north south in the third round. I
third
mean,
round. Yes, yes.
just fucking making you work everywhere, dude.
Mhm.
Kanako, you guys know I love her, but man, this was just a treat to watch and gets me so excited for the continued development that she can make. And I mean, beating somebody like Randa this easily and effectively in all areas, very impressive. Randa's one of the most experienced fighters that is in the division. Just awesome, dude. And I dare to get a little bit hyperbolic here, but this performance reminds me. I compare it a little bit to not exactly Habib, but hear me out, hear me out, in the sense that her wrestling is on that level to where it makes her striking that much better too. Like she's not the best striker in the division by any means, but it was very much improved in this fight before she started wrestling. You could see that, and then afterwards, once Randa knew about the threat and how dangerous her wrestling really is, opened up that many more opportunities for her in the striking. And so going forward, it's going to be something people think about. Oh, I don't want Murad on top of me. It's going to open them up to, eating big shots and everything. So dangerous, man. Dangerous. I am so excited for the future of Kanako. So,
Okay, so this is the first time that Andrea has actually
oh shit.
said something. I think in chat. Maybe she watches, maybe she doesn't. First time that she's actually said something, and she's hating. She's hating on Marco's hair. Why are you hating on Marco's hair? You the very first time that you come in here, you're hating on Marco's hair. You don't have anything better
Brutal.
to say. She should definitely get rid of the red hair, though. Not sure who told her it was a good look.
What kind of
Face.
crowd are we attracting?
Wow. Wow. But welcome. Glad
But
to have,
welcome.
glad to have you. Kaneko looked damn good out there. Writing could be on the wall for Randa. Not many girls get the cut, but wear so many girls have gotten signed recently, 115 in particular, it doesn't bode well.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm saying is like they're bringing all this new these fresh fighters in. We might see a big cut soon.
Yeah.
And Marcos, unfortunately, might be one of them.
Yeah, I would be surprised. I hate to see that, and the fact that she has lost and at the expense of Kanako and everything. But yeah, man, it would be surprising. And I think that she'd probably retire after that. Honestly, just in the past, she's been saying if she can't make it in the UFC that she'll stop. So sucks, but I mean, man, that's the fucking sport. It's unforgiving. It really is. So
Maybe she should change her hair color
apparently.
and her she'll do better fighting. I don't know. Andrea, were you here when I was talking about scrunchies? What did you think of the scrunchie
Jeez.
that Kay Hansen had on her head? Do you like scrunchie or no? You're a girl. I'm not. So
A resident scrunchie expert.
About. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I just thought it was weird.
Let's give more.
Not a Miranda fan, but Kanako looked real good.
Yeah, I mean.
So it was hate. You sold yourself out. You sold yourself out.
Busted. But anyway, to put a bow on it, Kanako is here, everybody. I thought that performance was awesome. What do you think about my Habib comparison? Not saying exactly the same, but you know what I mean. When they have that skill, that's that grappling that's so good, it opens up the striking was my main thing. So,
I mean, I don't think that anybody can be like.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the easiest comparison to make. Somebody whose grappling makes their striking better. I should have just said that. Now I'm gonna get a bunch of flack for comparing Kanako to Habib.
Yeah, you can't compare anybody.
Which I wasn't meaning to do, even though I love Habib as well. But yes. So that was UFC Vegas 14, and Scrunchy.
Oh my god,
time
Scrunchy
machine.
Took me back to the 90s. Oh my god.
Oh my god. All right. Final recaps coming at you.
This was just last night. Dana White's Contender Series. This is the last one of the year. Dana White did not say when the next one will be, but we're assuming summertime again, right?
Would think so.
Because they're doing tough. They're doing tough is it January that they're doing tough?
Yes. Filming.
Okay. Yeah. So Gloria De Paula beat Pauline Macias by unanimous decision. She was pretty dominant. Other than that judo throw, that dope as fuck throw. Okay, so that shit was sick, dude. Right?
I didn't see this fight, unfortunately.
You didn't see the judo throw? Dude, you fucking... Oh, man, it was
I'll
beautiful.
have to go to Shannon's page. Shout out to I'm Shannon, though.
Oh, yeah, for sure. She definitely put it up. I'm almost positive that Shannon put it up. But yeah, good fight from Gloria De Paula.
She got a contract from it, right?
Yes, she did. She absolutely.
So see,
did.
that's just what we're saying.
Another
Signing
contract.
everybody.
Right.
Signing
okay.
them all.
So when I was watching this, I don't know what y'all thought. But when I was watching this, I was like, okay, so there might be two contracts for the two women because the two winners looked really good. And then I was like, okay, I don't know if they're gonna give out a third contract to the dudes, but they ended up fucking giving out again contracts to all the winners other than Nick Maximoff, who fights out of Diaz Academy, but
tough.
He ended up getting carted to the hospital, but Dana White said that he would love to see him on The Ultimate Fighter, which is awesome. That's hype for Nick Maximoff. Um,
It
but
sounded like, from what I was seeing on Twitter, that a lot of people thought nobody should have gotten contracts here, like
dude,
on this card.
okay, so yeah, I originally thought like, okay, and we'll get to Leonardo later. She deserves the contract. Yes, yes, she does. They could have maybe passed on DePaula, but again, she looked really good. Dana White said that she's a beast. She took that judo throw, that amazing, fucking beautiful judo throw, and like a champ, popped right back up and started going again.
I really need to see this throw.
Dude, it was sick.
Are we talking Diego Sanchez, Carl Parisian shit?
Oh yeah, that was cool. No, yeah, it was good. It was definitely good. If you go check it out. Sam instead only caught the second half of the DePaula fight. Need to catch up. I didn't think she'd get signed. Yeah, and I think you're right. Like the lack of fight IQ. She's only has like 4 fights or something like that, right? She's a model.
Yeah.
She's just barely getting into MMA. Um, her lack of fight IQ to not finish a chick that was on the brink of crumbling irked me. Right. Like she literally could have finished this girl every round, but she didn't. She didn't. She lacks the killer instinct. And I don't. Dana White obviously liked her for reasons. Again, marketable. Um, likes her for reasons, which is okay, great, whatever. But did she deserve it? I don't know, man. I mean, but Dana White's fucking Oprah Winfrey this season, giving everybody a fucking
Seriously.
contract. 37 people, 37
Crazy.
got a new contract from this season. You know, from when they restarted in November and the summertime
It's
before
like,
they went.
it's one of those things where strawweight is so sink or swim right now. It's
Oh
like
yeah, yeah.
just
She's not gonna be able to fight the top 15 fighters yet.
yeah, no, I mean not many people are is the thing, but they keep bringing in strawweights and shit,
Right,
like
right. It's kind of weird. Let them fight. Let them fight a few fights, or bring her back. She got the win. Bring her back. Maybe she'll get that finish in her next one, and then you can give her a contract. But I mean, but he was definitely contract happy this year. He was definitely contract happy. He didn't want to. He didn't want to let a winner go without a contract.
so what do you think about his Dana's his argument that all the regional shows
Hmm.
are not putting on enough shows, and
Right.
maybe that's why he's signing more people. I think that enough shows have started up now, like we talk about LFA, all these other ones. I don't know if that's a good argument on his part, but what do you think about it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't agree with that argument, but what he did say is that he wants to get these smaller promotions going again so that the fighters are going again so that he can pick them off. That's essentially what he's saying. He didn't say that, but that's what he's saying is he wants to bring them in. He wants new blood. They're looking for the next big Ronda. They're looking for the next Ronda Rousey, the next Conor McGregor, the next GSP. They're looking for that. As good as the UFC is right now, they're lacking in star power, other than maybe Israel Adesanya. And even then, he's kind of a dick.
But that
But he's
doesn't mean he's not a star.
he's a great fighter, though, right? Like,
Speaking of Israel Adesanya, people think that I don't like him and want him to lose now after my interview with Yuri on Broad Horizon.
well, yeah, I could see why they wouldn't want you to, or wouldn't they don't think that you like you, Izzy. I can see why.
No, I asked Yuri what his prediction was for Blahovic and Adesanya if it happens, and he said he picks
None.
Blahovic and
Yeah.
doesn't think that Izzy's ready for the weight class, and
And you
apparently,
agreed.
I mean, I was just saying, I was just like, yeah, yeah, because Yuri's English isn't that good. I was saying it the whole time. I wasn't I mean, I do agree,
You agreed.
maybe,
You
but I mean,
agreed. And
does it
that's
look
why
that way? Does it look that
it does.
way?
That's why people
Okay,
probably think
well,
that you're an Izzy hater, which I don't think that you are. I
no,
mean,
I'm definitely
I know
not.
you well enough. I don't think that you're an Izzy hater. I think that
I picked
you're,
him against Paulo.
yeah, and as did I. Any person in their right mind would pick Izzy against anybody, really. I mean, other than John Jones at this point.
Yeah. Shit, I
Shit,
might even pick him against John Jones.
I don't know about that because when John Jones is on his shit, he's on his shit. He is the best fighter in the world.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, I wouldn't be it wouldn't shock me if Israel Adesanya beat John Jones. I wouldn't be shocked by it, but because he's so good. But I mean, John Jones has got to be the favorite if
well,
they
yeah.
if they're to fight. John Jones has to be the favorite. John Jones has a ton of haters though, so Israel Adesanya might gain a lot of fans.
Yeah, I wonder what the betting line would be on that.
I don't
But
know.
don't know.
Stamina said 115 is so fucking nasty. I'm not confident there's anyone on the roster DePaula could beat. I said that about Corey McKenna too, but I think even Corey could get the better of her. Yeah, I mean, maybe we'll see that fight actually. Put two former
Why not?
contender winners, contract winners up against each other. See,
I mean, they're all in these fighters that we're talking about right here, and have been lately. They're all in that same level of the pool, right? The strawweight pool, like
right.
in terms of the depth. All the top 15, top five, they're more down at the bottom of this ocean, this strawweight ocean, where these ones are more towards the surface. Let's put it that kind of comparison. Yeah, these that are being brought into the UFC's 115 pool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I could very well see that. Yeah, it's like you just can't. It's so deep though that like the talent is, you get very close to it no matter where you go in terms of being just kind of fucking up a trajectory of one of these younger fighters. So it's a tricky thing, but Victoria Leonardo has plenty of experience.
Beast,
So
dude. She's a beast. Chelsea Hackett just didn't look. She didn't hack it. She didn't look
Chelsea Hackett
good.
didn't hack it.
She didn't look good to me. Uh, she was supposed to be this great thing out of Australia, right? Didn't really do well. And Victoria Leonardo is a monster, though.
The
Monster.
funniest thing about this fight to me is like Victoria Leonardo was a pretty decent sized underdog, which is fucking hilarious, dude.
Stupid. That's stupid.
Okay. Obviously, you and I, we've been following Leonardo for practically her whole career now. What, like 10 fights that she's had? We know about her and who she's fought, all of this, yada, yada. But even if you don't know who they are and you just do a simple scan of the records and see the experience difference, the level of competition faced, it
Absolutely.
all sides with Leonardo. She never should have been underdog in this fight. Even if you thought, Hackett is the more promising, prospect, which that was fair to say going, and I guess you could still say that, but
I
I
don't.
mean,
I honestly don't think that either.
but just like her being like a decent sized underdog is just hilarious. Like they got that one so wrong. And of course, easy for me to say that in hindsight, but just on paper, I don't think you can disagree with me on that.
No, I don't disagree with you on that at all. But the train's coming, so I'm going to mute myself.
But here comes the chugga chugga. So, yeah, and I mean, what, Leonardo only lost to Aaron Blanchfield recently, and that was somebody who, very, very, very talented, arguably the best flyweight prospect in the entire world right now. Blanchfield is awesome. Blanchfield is going to be fighting for the Invicta title. Probably 44, Invicta 44, once they rebook the Pearl Gonzalez fight. It's not like Leonardo, fights slouches or anything. So that was just silly. And then she goes out here and beats somebody significantly less experienced than her. And when you look at it that way, it's like, well, should Leonardo get a shot in the UFC for beating somebody that realistically she should have beat, wasn't quite ready for her yet? Um, I see both sides to it, but then you look at flyweight division. Why not bring her in at flyweight and everything? It feels funny, for her to get to the UFC before, like somebody like Aaron Blanchfield, for example, who knocked her out with a head kick. Um, but yeah, Dana's just happy with the contracts, I guess, in these times. So, but either way, a very solid win for Leonardo, who has been putting in work for quite some time now. So I'm happy for her and happy to be
Leonardo's a
back.
monster.
So yeah, definitely.
Leonardo's ground and pound was a thing of exquisite beauty. Women that know to properly wail on a bish equals me happy. Me too. Hackett made a very gracious statement on Instagram, though. Yeah. Bless her again. Respect due. Yep, I agree.
Yep. So
Leonardo's a monster. She's gonna be tough to beat.
good addition.
Oh, for
Not
sure. I mean,
mad at
she's
it.
definitely one. She's definitely the one out of how many fights were there? I think there were 5 fights.
Yeah.
She's definitely the one that deserved the contract. The other ones were,
Give or take.
yeah. I mean, I don't think that they deserved it necessarily. Maximov going to tough is pretty badass. Hopefully he takes it. He did go to the hospital. I don't know if he said today or whatever that he would go on, but that would be good for him, I think. He beat Jabba the Hutt, dude. Like he fucking
So crazy. What, the 53-pound weight disadvantage?
yeah, like that was a Full Metal Dojo fight, not a Contender series fight.
Pretty much.
Yeah, fuck is that? But anyway, he did better. And representing Diaz Academy, the 209.
Doing his thing.
Yep, he's a monster too. Just wait until he fights actual welterweights
Middle, I thought it was.
or middleweights. Yeah.
Yeah. But yep, so that was the action from the past week, everybody. And now it's on to our boatload of news. A lot of announcements, and we're kicking things off with a sad one.
Yeah, Mizuki Inui tore her ACL undergo successful surgery, and there you can see it on the screen. On crutches, has a big ass brace on her knee. Oh, such a bummer, man. Look at that scar.
She says, I had an injury on my left knee on September 24th. Then I couldn't walk after the training, so I consulted my manager and decided to have surgery. I had surgery on my left knee October 16th, so about a month ago now. The contents are repairing an ACL with assistance of an endoscope and 2 other places. I think it will take about a year to return to the fight. Of course, I will definitely get stronger and come back, so please wait for me. I'm always thankful for all my coaches, my teammates, managers, friends, family, fans. Yes.
A year out is tough for a girl who is a beast and doing big things.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine this is her first major injury, which is crazy because she's been fighting for like fucking 10 years now and she's only 26. She's one of those rare fighters who started their pro career as a teenager, like 16 years old.
Exactly.
Has already had a full career and she's not even 27.
Yeah, she's not even. She's getting into her prime years. Unfortunately, she's out for a year of that. Oh, sucks. Hate to see that shit. No matter who it is.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't want to see fighter. We want to see fighters get hurt in the cage.
Not out of the cage.
Yeah, not
So, yeah, wishing Mizuki speedy recovery, of course. She is awesome. Love getting to catch up with her and watch her fight, all that stuff. So, yep. All right. So we'll move on to, man, we got a shitload
Better
of
news.
bantamweight fights announced.
Yeah, so Marion Renault and Macy Chazon will fight on February 6th.
That was the wrong
It
one.
seems like just a couple of weeks ago we were talking about how far February seemed like, but now we're heading into December and it's right around the corner.
God damn it.
Um, oh,
Keep
so
putting the
missing.
wrong one.
We'll get it right eventually, folks. Um, so this is actually a really good fight. And we had been talking about a Macy appearance. And there you have it. We get to finally see her fight again. And it's not against an easy opponent.
Yeah, no, she was supposed to face, who was she supposed to face? Do we remember who it was? She was matched up with, was it Nico? Was she matched with Nico? I think it was Nico. Either
Um,
way,
is she?
I think so. It feels like forever ago now.
I know.
But anyway, yeah, facing Marion Renault now. Marion
Yeah.
Renault really kind of backed into a corner, has lost a couple straight. I'm not exactly how, not sure how many, but taking on a tough Macy Chiasson here. It should be a hell of a fight, man. Pretty good stylistic matchup, I think.
Fun. Yeah, fun.
Um, Marion hanging on to her UFC career for as long as she can here. The oldest female fighter of all time in the UFC. And yes, stamina, we got that on the lineup. Don't you worry, sir. Don't you worry. That is coming up as well. But yeah, I like the matchup. I mean, good fight for both. I'd say. I mean, respectively where they are in the division right now. It just feels like I haven't seen Macy fight in a long time in general. So
Yeah,
yeah,
because she hasn't fought in a long time.
yeah, would make sense why it feels that way then. So all
This is a
right,
good fight, though. I like it.
yeah,
It's gonna be a fun one.
early pick, early lean,
Well,
early
I
lean.
would go Macy. She's
Yeah, it's
a monster.
experience versus youth
She's a
here.
monster, dude. Macy's a monster. If she gets her shit right, she can be a champion.
Yeah, can be a problem.
Yeah.
So that is the first of the bantamweight batch it here, and oh yes, I love this one. Back on track, rebooked. We got a rebook.
Yeah. Jonas Kunitskaya and Katalin Vieira. They were supposed to originally fight last month?
Like 3 months ago, I think.
Was it 3 months ago?
Been
Jeez,
yeah.
damn, dude. Time flies in COVID.
Yeah, unfortunately. Oh man.
Fuck.
Oh
Yeah.
look who has arrived. Hold on. Hold
Well,
on.
we hit it together. You are late, Moni, but better late than never, I guess. Hello. Hello.
You have to go back, rewind to see the Kanako celebration, and then get back on track here.
Why does that keep coming up though?
Because it's Moni, man. That's why.
Get off the screen, bro.
I'm not doing it.
Playing. I did it the last time. So
Sorry.
this is a good fight,
Love
right?
it.
Like
Love it.
we should have already seen it. We should have seen it already, but another February fight.
Yeah.
We're booking into February now.
February 20th card. Don't have a location yet.
We're supposed to go to Fight Island again, though, right?
Well, Dana said Fight Island for the Connor and Poirier rematch, but he didn't say if it would be a stretch, like a couple weeks back to back to back, or if it would just be for that fight.
Dude, they're gonna do at least a couple of
Yeah,
cards.
well, why not capitalize on, doing it that way again? So you don't have to go back and forth like,
Yeah. The only thing is, are they gonna like allow fans into the arena this coming time? How is Abu Dhabi doing with COVID? I don't
yeah,
know.
good question. No idea.
Yeah.
No
The
idea.
last time they were in Abu Dhabi, obviously it was an empty arena, but going into January, who knows?
Yeah. Indeed. So we'll see where that ends up. I mean, what Ketlin's last fight was in Abu Dhabi. Yana fought
Yeah.
in Vegas, I think. I mean, I think she lives in Vegas now with Maheta, Thiago Santos. Either way, love this matchup. Wish we would have got to see it when it was supposed to happen, but I'm fine with it
Good
now.
one.
They've both won since then. Winner's probably one fight away from a title shot. I mean,
You know that. You
very
know.
close.
Well, I think if Catlin wins, then yeah, I don't think that Yana's ready for a title shot. But
If
again,
she wins,
terribly marketable. So I
very
mean,
well.
there you go. Simon said, I like the Vieira Kunitskaya pairing a lot. Different styles, but not massively so. Wonder if Ketlin is still in love with her hands or if she'll revert to type, so to speak. Interesting. It's an interesting matchup. I like it. I mean, I'm glad that they rebooked. A lot of times lately, they book
Forget
and then
about it.
they don't rebook fights. It's like, dude, we really wanted to see that fight. Well, here's one of them that's probably going to be good. But when this one did come out, it was just yesterday, right? Or no, a couple days ago. I saw a lot of people like hating on the matchup. They were talking hella shit, like fuck, like being stupid about it too. Made me fucking
Yeah, that's dumb. I mean, these are
kind of
these are
angry.
elite bantamweights right here, man. I love this one. So
For sure, for sure.
very excited. I don't know, man, who of my early lean is.
Well,
I love both of them. I think they're great.
I mean,
Maybe slightly towards Ketlin, but I don't
yeah,
know.
I'm not gonna. I don't think that Yana can win that fight. I mean, she can win the fight, but I don't think that she should be. I don't think that she should be favored.
Yeah, she probably won't be, but I can definitely see her
This is
winning.
hammered, getting hammered.
Alrighty, moving on.
I meant, I meant in the fight,
Right. Yes.
not by, not by Thor's hammer.
Hammer fists from Caitlin Vieira. She has very
Yeah,
good ground and pound.
yeah, she does.
All right. Speaking
But I
of
mean, but I mean,
Caitlin's,
you're getting hammered the other way too. I don't know. I mean, probably.
carry on.
Okay, so Sajara Eubanks and Panikin Zod, fucking, why are they doing this to me? Why is the UFC doing this to my heart?
Pin in the favorite. See, is this your Kanako and Randa? 'Cause that was like mine.
Well, I mean, you know that I
Not
really,
the same level.
like Sajara. I
Yeah.
really do like Sajara, but I really like Penny too. Like she's done well lately. She looks like a bona fide fucking bantamweight.
She's coming into her own.
Yeah, for sure. I like it.
Yeah.
I mean, man, I don't know who I'm gonna pick. Like you on the last fight, I'm probably leaning Sajara because she's a monster and
Panny has the momentum right now.
right, yeah, she does. She definitely has momentum and momentum is everything in MMA.
Yeah. It's a fucking good one. I really like this fight. And
Yeah,
it's on the Hamzat Leon Edwards card, so
right,
a
yeah.
very nice addition to that. Don't have to wait too long for it. I think Sijara, continually slept on in terms of her striking and her boxing and all that. Um, maybe best bet would be to try and take Panny down in this one, just because she's got
I
that
think
fantastic jujitsu. But
I think that's
Panny
got to
is,
be the play for her. That has to be the play for her because Penny's a really good striker
yeah, she
in
can
her own
be.
right. I mean, she's really doing well in the striking. So I think this Sajara should probably take Penny down.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Sijara should probably take down pretty much everybody she
Pretty
faces
much everybody. Yeah, I
for
mean,
the
pretty much
most part.
everybody, but I mean, especially a fighter like Penny
Yeah,
because Penny's not that great on the ground. She's
showing
decent,
improvements, but her hands are really coming along.
right?
Striking's looking good.
That's where she's winning fights
Yeah, looking sharp.
is with her fist. So I don't know. I like the
Looking
fight
sharp.
though. Really do like this fight.
Yeah. I like it being on that card. So excited
Yeah.
for.
Okay, so can we talk about? I know, Moni, you love yourself some Chimaev. But does Leon beat him?
I
And
mean, he should be the
how
favorite. He should be.
disrespectful is it for them to put him at number 15 after only no, two,
One welterweight
one
fight.
welterweight win against Rise McKee, who's 0-2 in the UFC? That's fucking ridiculous. So I think, and I sent out a tweet, I think that they essentially they put him at number 15 so that it's not a number 3 ranked fighter against an unranked fighter. At least he has a number next to his name. That's
Yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah, it's not great, especially at welterweight.
I hate it.
Especially.
I mean, I legit don't like that. I like the fight. Chimaev, can he win? Yeah, he's a monster. He's a fucking monster, dude. But I mean, and Leon, he doesn't fight very often. What Leon Edwards are we gonna see? Many people don't even know who the fuck Leon Edwards is. Like, legit don't know who he is. Have probably never seen him fight.
I think that he's just his fight IQ is going to be a really big deal in this fight. Like,
Yeah.
he's just a very smart fighter. I don't think he'll get too reckless or overwhelmed by any moment. I mean, just seems like that kind of guy. And obviously, he's the better fighter just, from resume and, what we've seen from him, beat better people, yada yada yada. Hamzat's still very unproven. Hamzat obviously an absolute freak and has some serious talent, but if we got to see if he can beat somebody like Leon. So, yeah. And great point, Moni. Chimaev's wins.
Leon might get over emotional, but surely insulting and hilarious to rank him. It's stupid. His wins have not aged well either.
Very poorly.
Terribly poorly. Rice McKee. Not exactly a bum, but not exactly a good fighter either. The amount of energy getting pumped into Chimaev unsettles me a little. I loathe the term hype train, but what people are doing in that guy's name is borderline nonsense. It's really weird.
Oh, it's the hype train of all hype trains. Undeniably.
Yeah, well, I mean, it doesn't help that Dana White is the conductor of that shit.
Very true.
He's literally the conductor of that hype train.
Yeah.
He's probably the one that told all the people on the ranking
to rank him.
Fucking at number 15. Yeah, he probably sent out a memo saying this guy needs to be ranked this week, like right now. Like not yesterday, not today, yesterday. He should have been ranked already in a division where he only has one win. But let's get on with the women.
Let's get on with the ladies. Back on track. The train took us off the rails. Let's get back on the proper rails here. We got another fucking good one at bantamweight here, folks.
Sarah McMahon and Juliana Pena will fight on January 16th. I like the fight. We haven't really seen Sarah McMahon a whole lot lately. She's back.
She had the Nico fight canceled.
Yeah, she's back, and it's a good fight. It's going to be an entertaining fight, I feel.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. I like this one a lot for Sarah, just because you think about, the power she packs in her hands and Pena's willingness to engage in striking, as we saw in that last fight with GDR, and then, wrestling's her strong suit. If she can, contest with somebody like Sarah in the wrestling department, hard to imagine, but, she'll try. I like the matchup a lot for Sarah. I've always liked Sarah as a fighter, so very happy to see her back. This should be a very interesting one stylistically.
She should win this fight.
Love it.
I think that Sarah McMahon should win this fight.
Yeah, no, she's definitely my early lean as well. But we will see. Yeah, it's just like it's kind of like Sarah McMahon she's kind of like the better version of Juliana Pena a little bit. Like you look at what they do best, and Sarah
Yeah.
kind of does it better. Like of course she's older and everything. She's shown to
She's
have some
definitely the better wrestler.
problems in certain areas, but yeah, definitely. I mean, not many are on Sarah's level when it comes to wrestling and grappling and all that. But lest we remind you too, since we just spoke about Ketlin Vieira, that Ketlin did get an arm triangle on Sarah McMahon, which is
Yeah.
just incredibly impressive to be able to get her down and do that in that fashion. So don't forget how good Ketlin Vieira is as well. But I don't know if Juliana Pena will be able to do that. But very excited to find out January 16th. That's the Connor card, isn't it? So or
Yeah.
23rd, right? Or the
23rd.
week after that?
Yeah, I
never
think it's
mind.
the 23rd.
Never mind. But yep, love that one. Love that one.
You mean the Poirier card, by the way?
Yeah, my apologies, everybody. I'm being disrespectful now.
Yeah.
No
Moni and I are
respect,
big Poirier fans, so it's
as you should be.
the Poirier card. Actually, I don't have anything against Connor at all. Kind of a douche, but a good fighter. The UFC needs him, I think. Needs his marketability. Okay, so yes, stamina. You said it earlier. Marina Moros is out, and against her fight, in her fight against Talia Santos, and Montana De La Rosa is in, as you can see right there on the screen. Is this a second loss for Montana De La Rosa?
Very well could be. I mean, I'm very bummed and intrigued that this has happened. I'm bummed because I think the Moros and Santos matchup pretty fucking awesome of a matchup.
Yeah.
I just want to see Moros back. She has reinvented herself at 125, has looked awesome since coming up. And then I'm intrigued by the fact that Montana's coming in because as we saw in that last fight with Viviani, just terrible fight IQ by Montana and the lack of her bread and butter, her wrestling, just did not. She decided to strike, and it did not work out well for her. If she does that here, we could see the exact same thing happen in the last fight, which I can't imagine she will not have learned from that last fight. So hopefully it gets real heavy and aggressive with the grappling, and we've seen Santos controlled in the grappling before by Romero Barella before getting cut and everything.
Good riddance.
So, yeah. Did you say good riddance?
Uh-huh.
You bastard. That drug dealer.
Go back to Italy and sell your drugs, bish.
I don't think she's allowed.
Yeah, not even allowed in your own country. That's how shitty of a person you are.
Jeez. But yeah, this fight definitely interesting. I wish Moros was still there. I hope she's okay. Why she's out. Yeah, no reason given as to why. I didn't see what the Kambache reported this or whatever. So don't know the exact reason, but yeah.
I don't know the reason either. If the same Talia shows up that battered Molly last time out, Montana is all kinds of Yup.
Could be bad. That clinch is nasty.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but also Montana is okay in the clinch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's got to work to get that takedown, though. She can't just hang out in there.
She needs to. Like, we talked about that in her last fight.
So bizarre.
Yeah. She needs to take her down.
So
needs to.
I mean, yeah, with the short prep time for this matchup, hopefully she just decides to stick to her strengths rather than over game planning or something like that. Like maybe that's what she did in the last fight. Just was like, okay, thought that she could, but just didn't even adjust as the fight went on. Like it was just
weird. It was a weird fight for her.
No bueno.
It wasn't the Montana De La Rosa that we're kind of used to seeing.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Just taken out of her comfort zone. And she never really got going. So maybe we'll see the better Montana.
We will need to for her sake.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like otherwise, she, like Stamina said, she's all kinds of fucked. It's true. It's very true. She's all kinds of fucked if she doesn't get her grappling down.
Yep. So yeah, that's a great point, Moni. I mean, that's pretty much what we're saying.
Yeah, I felt like it was the new toys thing. Just got stuck in the camp. Yeah.
So we will see. We will see. Look forward to it. But all right, now we are on to this week's action. Invicta
So,
has returned.
yep. So Invicta FC 43. That's Friday night, right?
Yep.
Yeah. As you can see on the screen there, there's a title fight between Emily Ducote and Montserrat Ruiz, who is a monster. But
No joke.
this is a really good fight. And your eyes are not deceiving you. That is Kayla Harrison in Invicta.
Judo Kayla is back.
That's right.
And so is Stephanie Geltmacher.
Yeah. Stephanie Geltmacher, Brittany Cloudy's down there.
Hope Chase.
Megan Penning, who is marketable as fuck. If you guys have not seen her Instagram, go check out Megan Penning's Instagram page. It is worth your time.
All right. Let's start off from the top here, shall we? The main event.
And then we'll go back to Megan Penning.
We will get down to Megan. The vacant title fight, Montserrat Conejo Ruiz, Emily Ducote, man. All right. What are you thinking? Boy. How are you feeling about it?
Man. I think that Montserrat Ruiz is the and new champion. She's just a monster. Like I said, she's so good. I like her. She's cool as fuck. She's hella goth. She
loves the scary horror things.
she's a cool girl. I mean, not that being a cool girl wins fights.
Yeah, good thing to mention.
Yeah, I mean, she's just a cool girl, and I like her, and I think that she's a very good fighter, and I think that she beats Ducote. Can Ducote win? Absolutely, she can, but I think that Ruiz gets the win here. What do you think?
I think that the fact that you look at who Emily Ducote has fought a lot recently, the fact that she's had to prepare for these certain style of grapplers kind of just consistently throughout her career, it helps her a little bit because she's just been on the wrong end of, all of these title fights with, great grapplers, Alima twice, one of those was not a fight, but Alima twice, phenomenal grappler, got the better of her both times, that she fought Juliana Lima since then. That was her last fight. Fought Kanako, lost to Kanako. Just continually having to work on her grappling defense. And, she's probably more comfortable on the feet, I would say. Made fantastic adjustments in that Juliana Lima fight where, started off slow, lost the first round, but took over in the final two there. So, I mean, in terms of, just who she's fought in the better competition for each, that goes to Ducote. How she's fared, hasn't been great, but, tough opponents, like we're saying, and the fact that it's got getting the rub, right? The DC always talks about. You get the rub, improve just by facing these good people, and stylistically, the types of fighters that they have been. In Montserrat Ruiz, fantastic wrestler out of Mexico, probably the best female wrestler out of Mexico, without a doubt. Looked just sensational against Janessa in that last fight. Got the leg armbar. I never know what to call that one, where you get the armbar with the legs. Beautiful stuff from the crucifix. Love that submission. The classic Randa Marcos submission on Felice Herrig, if you want to do a comparison there. Um, so yeah, man, Montserrat has plenty of momentum right now. She is like glue once she gets a hold of you. Not terrible striking, but striking advantage goes to Dakota. I think she just needs to avoid getting taken down for the most part. And as the fight goes on, I think she'll get stronger and stronger. But Ruiz is not going to give her space, and I think she'll do her thing and end up finding a submission. She's pretty relentless, dude. So I'm going to take Ruiz officially by, I'm going to say round three submission. That's my pick. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think that she eventually finds the ground and pound though.
Okay.
Just because her wrestling is phenomenal, like you mentioned, she's legit, dude. She is a legit wrestler. Man, Ducati has her hands full again.
I know, it never gets any easy easy outs for these title fights.
Right.
Poor
Yeah,
Dakota.
pretty,
But she
pretty.
does, she's got the experience though in fighting in title fights, so it's very interesting in that regard.
Yeah,
But
I agree.
she's just facing some badasses.
Yeah,
And
for sure. I wouldn't be surprised if she wins. Not at all. But I just think that Ruiz is
she's gonna
the
have to be very defensive early on, I think.
yeah,
Very careful at the beginning.
yeah, she's so fierce, like out the gate.
Yeah.
Ruiz is.
Yeah. But yeah, I think Montserrat has a lot of potential. Definitely another, just one of those great prospects at
Yeah.
strawweight that we could see in the UFC very soon, assuming she wins. Fuck, that could be her contract winning the title here this week. But
So
yeah,
I've talked to Montserrat through DMs. And, um,
Spanish, Steve.
I want to I want to get her on MMA Inc. Obviously, but
Oh, that's a great guest.
she wants to do it in English, and I told her that I would do it. I told her that I would do subtitles, and I would be okay trying to figure out the subtitle thing. But she wants to do English. She's learning English. Um,
That's good news.
she's doing fairly well with it. She wants to talk to me in English. She wants to text me in English. So she's just not comfortable yet doing English interviews. Hopefully, man, I was really trying even before this fight, her last fight, I wanted to get her on, but
It's,
hopefully,
it's funny that she doesn't want to do Spanish though. Like
I know,
it's
like,
it's more work for you, not her.
oh yeah, it would totally be more work for me, but I mean, I would be fine with it, good with it. But yeah, Ruiz, she's so cool. Like, she's such a cool chick. I really want to get her interview, man. I wanted to do it this time, and I was like trying to put that pressure on. I wanted to put that pressure on.
I've
Uh,
been trying since her last fight too.
but yeah, but she doesn't want to do it in Spanish, which is okay. I understand. I get it. I totally get it. And I told her I get it. I told her when you're ready to do it in English, give me that interview. I want to be the first in English.
Now it's going to be a race between us. Let's see how that goes. But ultimately, we think that Conejo champ, hashtag Conejo champ. So, and
Yeah,
you for
monster.
Mexico. And then our co-main event. Very interesting.
Yeah,
Very
Kayla
interesting.
Harrison fighting for the is it the first time in 2020?
No, I
Or did
think
she have
that
a fight early 2020?
I'm pretty sure she did. But
But anyway, this is her first fight in Invicta.
first fight
Um,
Invicta, first weight at featherweight.
yeah, a couple firsts there against poor Courtney King. Not a not a good night for the Kings.
Yeah, the Kings as of late. It's funny
It's
too because Courtney King, not the worst prospect or fighter at featherweight. On a good little run here, has been winning since she ran into Yaya Rincon a couple of years ago.
there's
Um,
another one who needs to
yeah,
fight.
Yaya been out forever.
Yeah, well, she had a baby, so
Yeah, yeah. So
another cool chick, very cool chick.
yeah, she's awesome. Um, yeah, I can't wait to see her back. But Courtney King against Kayla Harrison. Unless the weight cut absolutely murders Kayla, then I think she'll be fine.
I mean, I guess like that's literally the only thing going against her is the weight cut.
Yeah.
I don't know, like I we've talked about it. I think that she'll be fine. Sure, she's thick, you know, with a bunch of C's.
All
But
the C's.
all of the C's, especially south of her waistline. But she's really good and she's professional. So I don't think that the weight cut will be that bad on her.
But it's like her first weight cut ever, though. She doesn't believe in,
New Year's Eve, so it was. She didn't fight in 2020. It was 2019.
Gotcha. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing. This is like the first weight cut of her life, right? I mean, she doesn't believe in the practice of weight cutting. That's like her whole thing. Why she didn't want to go. That's why she wanted to be featherweight. And I mean, I guess technically she, did have to cut some weight probably to make 155, but like she's not a weight cutter person. Like that's been her whole thing her whole life and why she, you know, didn't want to go to featherweight or have PFL start a featherweight division instead of lightweight, specifically for her demands. So this is her first like real weight cut. She's always competed naturally throughout her whole life, which is pretty goddamn impressive that she's been able to do so good.
Her judo and stuff.
Yeah. So that's very impressive that she's been able to do that, and makes you think if she can do this just fine, which professional athlete should be fine. Of course, she's a big girl, but should be fine. Then she should be fucking that much scarier at 145, I would imagine.
I would assume so. Yeah. Courtney just has her hands full, I think.
Yeah. Just not a lot to technically break down because Kayla's judo beats pretty much everybody on the fucking planet to Mars. So, yeah, Kayla Harrison is definitely the pick by, I'm going to say, just whatever, first round submission. But it just comes down to how the weight affects her, right? That's the really big question mark. So, and you can't really make a prediction based off of that. I don't think it's fair.
Right.
Kayla Harrison is getting the win.
Yeah, is she going to finish though?
Yeah, I guess that's a good question as well. But yeah, I don't know. I'd say so.
I think she probably gets the finish.
I'd say so. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, so Stephanie Galtmacher, beast. She'll be taking on Kaylin Salmons.
Fun one. Sleeper for fight of the night. All Geltmacher fights are sleepers for fight of the night.
Right. She's
Geltmacher is awesome.
kind of a monster herself.
Yeah, you want to talk about solid flyweight prospects. Stephanie, definitely one to keep the eyes on. Yeah, very fun on the feet. Good wrestling background. Caitlin Salmon's a scrappy little thing too. Yeah, it's a good fight. I'm really excited for this, but I think that there's more weapons in the toolbox for Stephanie Geltmacher, Caitlin Salmons. Very game. Has some upsets on her record. I don't remember who it was against, but in one of those 3 wins of hers, she was kind of looked at as the underdog in that one. It kind of surprised me, at least. So, she's put together a good run here early on, but just really like what I've seen from Geltmacher and who she has faced. Another one of those things where you look at the competition. So yeah, gotta lean towards Geltmacher.
Her last fight was against Victoria Leonardo, right?
Geltmacher?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. Okay, that was the one. That was a really good close fight, and that's her only loss, I believe. So, yeah. I think I actually thought Geltmacher won that one, but it was very close. Very good fight, like I said. And hey, that just shows you how good that both of them are after seeing what Leonardo just did last night, right? So, yeah, Geltmacher's awesome. I've liked more out of what I've seen from her than Salmons. Salmons has great potential, still good prospect, all that, but just Gail Malker feels like a total package. She's down to throw and then has the good wrestling to boot. So I'll say a fun back and forth unanimous decision though for Gail Malker.
Yeah,
That's how
I
I
agree.
feel.
I agree. I would say that Gelmucker is probably going to win. I don't think she finishes fights really, but she's kind of a beast, so she probably wins.
Yeah, she chains her wrestling behind the strikes pretty well.
Yeah. Yep.
She goes for the takedown. So, all right, we agree on all three of these so far.
Andrea said that, not sure if you guys have heard or if it's inside info, but Invicta has signed Chelsea Chandler's sister, Carlene Chandler.
Outside info now. Cat's out of the bag.
I don't know who Carlene Chandler is.
Younger or older? I would imagine younger.
I would imagine younger, yeah. Is she younger, Andrea? What's her story? What's her story?
Yes, tell us. So, all right.
Brittany Cloudy as well on this card.
Cloudy, very fun fighter to watch as well, as is Hope Chase. That's, between these two fights, between Geltmacher's fight and this one, these are sleepers for fight of the night. I think obviously the easy one to choose for fight of the night, like just the most likely would probably be the main event. But when it comes to the sleeper choices, Cloudy and Chase is a very interesting one at 145. If you remember, Hope Chase was kind of the standout, I would say. The standout of the was it the Bantamweight Phoenix Rising tournament? You remember that?
Yeah.
She was looking really fucking good. Just kind of, I don't think that her style is really made for that one night tournament. She kind of, gassed out after all the energy she put into her first fight and just didn't have enough for the second fight. But man, she looked very good, in the beginning there of the tournament and really stood out in a lot of people's eyes. So yeah, just a ferocious beast at 145 and going to be very interesting to see her against somebody like Brittany Cloudy. Yeah, I love this matchup really. And I think just with that considered and what we saw from Chase in the tournament and how early on she's just kind of a better fighter in the beginning, whereas Cloudy is shown to kind of last a little bit throughout the whole thing rather than, certain points of the fight, more consistent with her game. Yeah, just has to survive Chase's early onslaught, but that's a difficult task, and I think I will lean towards Hope Chase in this one. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I would probably go Hope Chase as well, just because of how good she looked in the Phoenix Rising tournament.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I mean, I don't remember Cloudy's last fight either. I feel like it was a while ago, but
yeah,
good boxing from Cloudy.
Let me see.
Good boxer.
It's been a long time, I feel.
Yeah. But that fight.
She's only she's 2-2.
Yeah.
Her last fight was in February. No, March. In March, where she lost to Haley Cowan by split decision.
No shame in that.
That was in LFA. And then her first loss is against Erin Blanchfield. So she's 2-2.
That was a great fight too.
Yeah, that was actually a split decision. So she's 2-2, and her losses are against Erin Blanchfield and Haley Cowan. Not terrible people lose.
Nothing wrong with that. So, but obviously Blanchfield, both of them are smaller, right? I mean, obviously Blanchfield is, but so yeah, Brittany Cloudy going up in weight here, unless she's done that for the wins. But with that in mind, still got to go with Hope Chase. But Brittany Cloudy's a gamer. That's really the point we're getting at here. She's in the fights, no matter what. But yeah, say Hope Chase by unanimous. I mean, I could see a finish, but I think we'll see. We'll see. I like it.
Yeah, no, I agree. But really, we're gonna get onto the next one, where
Deep analytical breakdown coming at you from Steve.
hmm, for the 25-year-old Megan Penning makes her in her professional debut. Um, she went 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 in amateur fights. She actually lost to Hannah Scoggins and beat
Relation to Justin Scoggins, right?
yeah, and then beat Marina Kaufman. But yeah, this is her debut. As I said earlier, if you have not yet checked out her Instagram, I strongly believe that you should.
Highly recommended. But yeah, taking on Alexa Culp here, who made her
It
debut.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Hey, Alexa Culp out of what is she? What's it? Glory. She trains out of Glory there in Kansas City, so she doesn't have to go far. And it was a good debut for her when she got that rear naked choke.
Yeah,
Um,
good one.
was that that wasn't the last Invicta event, maybe 41, but either way, like what we saw from her, very young, good, decent looking prospect at 115. Obviously, still need to see more from her. Just that one fight there. Penning, what is 4-1 as an amateur?
Yeah,
So yeah, don't have much to say about or predict for this one, but I've seen Alexa Colt more, so not gonna make a prediction just because debut for Penning, and then same with
I
Gianna
think the
Miller
Penning
and
is going to look
Kendall
great.
Hollowell. Literally.
Yeah, and win or loss, I mean, she's going to look fucking wonderful.
So, all right, this might be history in WMA Today history. Is this the first Invicta card that we've agreed on every single pick here? I feel like there's always one that's off, but we got all four we agree with here.
I actually didn't think that you were going to pick Ruiz.
Really?
Huh.
I am quite high on Ruiz.
I know. So much.
Quite high on Ruiz, and then
Monster.
high
Can't
on
wait.
Geltmacher. I mean, yes, very good card.
Who's old
Friday.
enough to take Caitlin King?
Hey, I wonder if they got odds on that fight. Get some money.
I looked
I
earlier.
mean, you won't get money, but
You won't get money.
but if see if you can even find it.
Yeah, I don't see odds for that.
All right. Oh well. Odds for these fights, you guys. A trio of flyweight action coming at you. UFC 255, two Shevchenko sisters, three flyweights. Oh boy, spoiled at 125 we are. So here we are. And we have pictures for both of them because nobody's new.
Oh, pictures.
Pictures.
I like pictures, especially one of Ariane Lipsky, the Violence Queen.
The
She's gonna
violence
return, by the way.
returns.
She's gonna return, by the way. The Violence Queen is back, I believe.
This is one you'd bet on Lipsky. She's underdog, right?
Oh yes. I
What
am
about the odds?
going to take the money on Lipsky because she is a plus 130 right now. At Bovada, she's a plus 135 at Bet Online.
That's
So
kind of
yeah,
crazy to me, man. I feel like if that would be flipped, just because of recent performances, I feel like they would flip it.
well, she's not getting love because her name's not Shevchenko.
Yeah, true.
That's what it is. I think. Yeah, I would definitely put money on Lipsky. I mean, it's not like some crazy number, but
No.
it's close. It's close, but I mean, still, you can make money on Lipsky for sure. Because I do
Yeah.
think that she's gonna win the fight.
Yeah, no, this honestly should be, this should hopefully be, fucking just awesome stand up war. Bring out that
Muay
violence
Thai,
queen,
dude. It's gotta be Muay
KSW
Thai,
champ.
right?
I hope so badly. And if it's not, it's because Shevchenko did not improve her grappling defense whatsoever, and Lipsky takes her down and submits her. Right? I
Ye-
mean,
Yeah. To
which
be
is
honest,
quite possible.
I kind of hope that happens. To be honest.
I mean, just from a shut the hype down on Antonina perspective, yeah, that would be great. Let's finally stop this nonsense of believing that she's exactly the same in MMA
She's
as
not, dude.
Valentina. Phenomenal striker, one of the best strikers, probably a better pure striker than her sister. And I mean, in Muay Thai, she is all these things, yada, yada. But in overall MMA, not the same as we've seen. Chukagian and Roxy totally, put the blanket on her, but beat her down a bit. Lipsky, not quite the same style of fighter, or I wouldn't say she has that same skill set with her grappling domination or ability to, that same level of jiu-jitsu, wrestling, whatever, grappling art that, Chukagian or Roxy put on Shevchenko. But she does have some decent submission skills, of course, as we've seen not only in that last fight with that knee bar, but she's got submissions before in KSW and just the past and everything after, generally coming after she beats people up on the feet. But yeah, it's interesting, man. And if you want to talk about momentum, we're completely opposite here.
Yeah.
Completely opposite with Lipsky's got the momentum. Shevchenko does not have it, but really needs
And honestly, that could be a reason why Lipsky wins the fight is because she has all the momentum
back on track.
while Shevchenko doesn't. Yeah, she's a former KSW champion. I think people forget how
Totally.
why she got the nickname Violence Queen.
She was one of the best, one of the very tippy top best flyweights.
She was a monster. We're talking about monster. She was a monster. In
Go watch those fights if you need to see the
Yeah,
Violence
what was
Queen.
that? What was that one crazy fight?
The Belbito one was pretty
Yeah,
nuts.
Velveeta fight. It was really good.
The
Really
Juarez
good.
Gomez one was great. I think that was her last one.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and yeah, Gomez a good prospect too. Still haven't heard from her much lately, but yeah. So this fight, if it's on the feet and if Lipsky shows up like we know Lipsky can, this will be fucking awesome.
Dude, yeah.
If she doesn't, then I think she could still win. If she'll go resort to taking the fight to the ground. I just can't see her being. I feel like Antonina's style will bring kind of the monster out of her no matter what. At least I would imagine, because if she's getting backed up, kind of beat up, then she'll just want to fire back or try and take things down. But I don't think that's too hopeful. At least after the recent performances from Lipsky, but you never know in this game. But yeah, I think I will go with the hot hand, the momentum, the Violence Queen. I believe in. I mean, if you want to just break it down simply, who has the better overall skill set? Who's more well-rounded of a fighter? It's Lipsky. So, and I mean, generally that is the case against Antonina. She's not much of a grappler. Yes, she has a submission over, was it Kim? I think it was, but and what was it? The other the Czech fighter. Either way, they weren't very technical submissions, rear naked chokes, I believe. But point is, Lipsky. What do we got here?
So Stamina said, "Did you dudes see the UFC fighter interview clips on Twitter earlier? Antonina sounded kind of pressed, talking about how she needs the victory and whatnot. Feels bad."
I mean, yeah, she needs the victory, but it's not like her job's in danger. You fucking no way she's getting cut if she loses.
Shevchenko, she can lose 10 in a row and she'll be fucking still in the UFC.
Exactly. So yeah, I mean, to have that mindset though, that's a big deal. If she really feels that way, it's a scary thought. I'm excited for it. I think this fight should be very interesting, very awesome. Has all the potential
Yep,
to totally be fight of the night.
it could be fireworks, man.
Yep, if we see that Violence Queen, it really just comes down. I think it comes down to Lipsky because Shevchenko pretty much, for the most part, fights with that same aggression every time. She's pretty much a more aggressive Valentina. That's how I've always kind of described her, with her striking and everything. And if she feels like she really needs to win here, maybe she'll be fucking 5 times that. Who knows? We'll see. So very exciting potential. But like I said, I just got to go with the momentum and the more well-roundedness, which is Miss Lipsky, and I'm gonna say by unanimous decision.
Yeah, I
Miss,
think that Lipsky finds the finish.
ooh,
I
she
just-
could. She's
yeah.
hungry. Got that killer instinct.
Oh yeah, for sure, 100% she does. I think she's back, man. I think that she's finally found her groove in the
Mm-hmm.
UFC. Um, yeah, we're gonna see her fighting Elder Shevchenko, or not Elder,
Yeah,
huh?
she is.
Is and no. I'm talking about Valentina.
Oh, okay.
Valentina is the Elder Shevchenko, right?
Yeah, yeah. Antonina's the big sister.
Right, but not the better fighter.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
think that Lipsky beats Shevchenko and then eventually fights champion Shevchenko.
It would
That's
be
what,
cool to see. Would be cool to see,
yeah,
especially just seeing how Lipsky's come so far. So,
yeah.
all
I mean,
right.
that's what I want to see. Like that's what I've wanted to see since she came into the
Yeah,
UFC.
yeah. We
Um,
were so hyped for that shit.
oh yeah, yeah,
You can find old episodes probably.
yeah. They're there. They're available if you guys want to see the beginning of WMMA today. They're there somewhere.
Mm-hmm. The old archive.
If not, then I can fucking send it to you. They're on my computer. But I'm sure you don't want to do that. I
Time
mean,
travel. All right. So there's that one. We continue to agree. Let's see here if we go to Chukagian and Calvillo time.
I think that we disagree on this one, to be honest.
We did when it was announced. My early lean was Chukagian, but how are you feeling about it now?
Well, I mean, I'm still picking Calvillo to win this fight. And you?
It's an interesting one. This fight is very interesting for me. I think it should be very good. But I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of ways it can go. I mean, all of the advantages, as you can see, at least physically, are definitely in Chukagian's favor. Former bantamweight, one of the lengthiest, most mobile flyweights out there. Calvillo, former strawweight, you know, short little wrestler kind of, but decent boxer, decent boxer. Fell in love with her hands for a little bit, and then kind of reverted to the wrestling, as we saw in the Jessica I fight. But Caitlin Chukagian is not Jessica I. Of course, they did fight. Jessica I did beat her, but it was very close, and I don't know if I agree with it. But Caitlin Chukagian, stylistically, I think matches up decently well enough with Calvillo to keep her away. And her grappling has obviously always been fairly underestimated. I don't think you can point at that Antonina fight as something to really watch. As of course it's something to look at, but Antonina isn't the best grappler to have beaten. And then Chukagian is coming off of that very recent Andrade loss, which not that a pretty bad loss, but I don't think she was getting super duper crushed in the beginning of the fight.
Yeah.
Wasn't winning necessarily, but hanging in there. And Calvillo doesn't fight like Andrade. Not many people fight like Andrade. Let's put that out there. So yeah, I don't know. This is a really tough one for me. Kind of a coin flip. I think it just depends on if Calvillo can control her and get a hold of her, because Chukagian is just in perpetual motion, really. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. How do you think Calvillo wins? Let's before
Well,
I
I
say.
think that she probably gets a decision. She's not gonna finish Chikagian, and I don't think Chikagian finishes Calvillo.
Yeah.
Either way, I think that it goes to a decision. If Chikagian wins, then I'm not shocked at
Mm-hmm.
all. I just think that Calvillo is the better fighter, to be honest. Like, and looking at the odds, if you're high on Chikagian, which I think a lot of people fairly are, She's a plus 205 right now on
Oh
Bovada.
wow.
Mm-hmm. Plus 225 on Bet Online.
You must
So
be really looking at the Andrade fight.
right, yeah. Um. So I mean, if you're a Chikagian, if you think that Chikagian is going to be the winner of this fight, put some money on it. If you bet, I'm not saying that you should bet, because I don't condone throwing your money away to gambling, but
Just saying.
yeah, just saying,
Um,
if you do bet Chikagian, I guess, because that's where the money.
yeah, yeah. I just, yeah. I'm gonna go with Jukajian. Split decision. I think it'll be fucking really close, though. I mean,
I think so too. I
I
think
just
it's
think
going to
this
be a
is a good
really
matchup.
close fight. I think they're very evenly matched.
Yeah, and I still feel like I need to see. I would feel more confident in picking Calvillo if I
Right.
saw her. Saw
I
her
agree.
against another flyweight before this or something, you know.
Yeah, I
So
agree. I agree with that. But I mean, I'm just going off of what I've seen from Calvillo. She looks really good. She's a good fighter, man.
yeah, no, she is.
Yeah.
You know,
But
maybe coming
again, I
more
mean,
adjusted to 125. All these things, yeah.
right. Yeah. I don't know. Interesting matchup though. I like it. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's a fun one for sure. So we're split.
Indeed. There it is. First one of the night. First
Are
one
we
of the
split
night.
on the championship fight though? Which
Are
is
we
which is
split?
the main event, by the way. Um,
Indeed.
Figgy and Perez is not
Take a back seat,
the
boys.
main event. Shevchenko and Jennifer Maya is the main event. I think I've said prior to the show that Valentina Shevchenko is one of the most dominant champions in the UFC. It's kind of a backhanded slap to put her um, as the co-main event. They should bill her.
Yes.
She's they should bill her as the main event. I get it. They want to build Figgy to be a great. They still haven't found a replacement uh, for Demetrius Johnson. Really, sure, Henry Cejudo replaced him, but he was fighting two different divisions.
Yeah.
I think that they're trying to find a replacement for Demetrius Johnson in that division, and they have yet to do that.
I mean, would we say a replacement or just a guy? Because they never really helped out Demetrius too much. You know what I mean?
No, they didn't. But also, Demetrius didn't help himself,
Yes. It
so
goes both ways.
it does. And I mean, I I agree. The UFC does a really bad job sometimes in marketing their champions and um, up and coming talent, but unless if it's like a Chimaev type. Um, but yeah, I think that Demetrius Johnson just totally fucked himself when it came to the UFC. Fans still don't believe that he's one of the best ever, and he absolutely is one of the best ever.
Yeah.
Um, he was a monster, man, and he still is. He's doing his thing and won. So uh, I don't know.
Indeed.
the
Indeed.
the marketing, the UFC marketing machine is a weird one. Um, it's weird who they get behind and who they don't get behind. Like Amanda Nunes, one of the best female fighters ever. I mean, if not the best. Um, they really didn't market her up until what her last until up until she fought Cyborg,
Yeah. Sounds about right.
and it's pretty shameful. And they're kind of doing the same thing with Valentina Shevchenko right now. Like she should come on. She's the main event. She is the main event.
I mean, she's a champion with title defenses. Like Figueiredo just became champion.
Right. Yeah.
So, but anyway, man, how do you see it playing out? I am very excited for Jennifer Maia to get this opportunity. We've talked about Jennifer Maia since back in the day, followed her career for so long.
Yeah.
One of the best flyweights of all time, but, maybe going against the most talented flyweight out there of all time. So, how do you see it? How do you see it?
Is the most talented flyweight of all time, Valentina Shevchenko. As bad as she gets on my nerves sometimes, she's there. I can't say that she's not one of the best fighters in MMA. Gender doesn't matter. She is, and she's a monster, man. Jennifer Maia has her hands full, but also Valentina Shevchenko has her hands full with Jennifer Maia. If Jennifer Maia can take Valentina Shevchenko down, will we see a new champion? That's hard to say because until somebody beats her, it's hard to pick against her. But man, if Maia is able to get Shevchenko to the ground, could be a wrap very quickly.
That's where it gets its most exciting, probably. And I mean, it's really interesting too. Did you see the thing today where Maya said Amanda Nunes gave her a big long message about the fight, about how to fight Valentina?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, yeah. So,
What did she say?
I think that Maya, she didn't say the whole what it was, but summarized it as like, make Valentina uncomfortable, kind of pressure her and everything, which yeah, kind of what Amanda did for the most part. So
Right. I want to know your theory now.
my theory on why Vishev is the main event, not the obvious one either. Character limit here, no chance to share, however. So, yeah, this fight, man. Yeah, I mean, I think if that's what Nunes said, good point coming from somebody who did beat Valentina twice, and you see how the fight went.
2 times.
For Maya to do something similar to that game plan, it's not really her type of fight. The way that she fights generally, but if she was to try and go out and do that, I think that she could find some success, but it's a risky game against somebody as good as Valentina, especially at counter striking and defensively, as good as being a defensive fighter as she is and all that, and then just the overall strength that she has, not only as a person but in her grappling and all that, for the division. It's it's a tough matchup for anybody. Of course, this is not groundbreaking news, but Jennifer Maia, if she can get some advantageous positions, in the clinch, getting it to the ground, you can definitely snatch up a submission, and people continue to have slept on her for really a lot of her career, and we've seen how that goes. She kind of rises to the occasion for the most part when she's slept on. Like, it's funny, you think about the moments where maybe she's expected to win, like, let's say her debut against Liz Carmouche, or the Jukagian fight at UFC 244, where you see where you're not expecting her to totally get blown out or anything, where she's kind of comfortable, maybe even the favorite, and she might not get the win in those cases. But the JoJo fight, gets the win in that one, as people are thinking JoJo will do fine there. These kind of moments, and just having been a champion before in Invicta, going back, taking you back and all that, but. Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to pick Valentina. As much as I would love the story of Jennifer Maia coming in, pulling off the upset, it's a hard one to pick, and especially what we've seen recently and everything. But yeah, so Valentina, I would say probably. I'll say a decision. I think Maia will be able to hang in there for the full 5. Having had that experience. But yeah, it's tough to pick Maya, as much as I think she has a better chance than perhaps most. Got to go with the champion unanimously. But I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to it. Very excited for it.
If you think that Jennifer Maia is going to win, on Bovada, she's a plus 75, 750 right now. On Bet Online, she's a plus 1,000. And Shevchenko
It
obviously is.
doesn't hurt to put down a little something. Like, just
Uh,
whatever the limit is. Put down the. I would encourage that. Steve's not, but I go for you guys.
yeah,
Why not?
I don't encourage betting. Betting is bad.
Betting is bad, but we talk about it all the time.
I know. I bring it up all the time because I bet. So
Yeah,
my
we
wallet,
are.
my wallet thinks betting is bad sometimes.
Yeah, for
There's some
sure.
weeks where my wallet is like, "Fuck you."
Why are you in the casino again?
Yeah.
Steve, let's get out of here.
Pretty soon, my bank's gonna be like, "Okay, this has got to stop."
Knock it off, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Jennifer Maia is a plus 750, or if you go to Bet Online, is a plus 1,000. Ooh, throw some money on that if you think that Jennifer Maia can get the takedown, because that's the way that she's gonna win.
Yep, definitely fair to say. But ultimately, we are going 1-1 when it comes to Shevchenko's. We think they will go 1-1. And then we only disagree on Chukagian and Calvillo.
From all the fights this week, we've only disagreed on one, which is really a kind of a toss up. So
Yeah, exactly. Out of a lot of fights here too.
yeah, I don't really see that as being a bad thing for us to agree.
Yeah, no. It's just we don't usually have this many.
No, we don't.
I
Yeah.
mean, well, I guess not lately anyway, but for the most part, like we're pretty even keel, I would say. But
Yeah.
oh well. That's UFC 255
I hope you're not,
flyweight showcase. What was that?
I hope you're not wrong,
Yeah,
like you are a lot of the times,
right. I didn't have a good week last week.
or
As
the
long
week
as
or the week prior to that,
as
or the
long
week
as
before that.
Kanako and Zhao Nan won, it's all I care about. Literally all I needed. But yep. So another one in the books, sir. We talked about the Ruiz MMA Inc. in the future, but any coming out lately? What do you got going
I
on?
hope so. I mean, I hope that I can get her. Like I said, I really kind of would like to do it in Spanish. I think it would be fun. Um, I think that the subtitles would be okay. I mean, I think people can follow along, but I get it. I get it. She wants to do it in English. I get it. I'm okay
Yeah.
with it. I've been trying to get her to do an interview for so long though. Like I literally DM'd her in Spanish a long time ago, and she finally
Opened it up.
responded to me. Yeah, she finally responded to me, and then we've been talking ever since. And then she wants to do it, but she wants to do it in English, and she's not. She doesn't feel comfortable yet. It's all right.
Is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, any others? Any others you got coming? Not
Nope.
yet. All
What
right.
about you?
Yeah, so episode 4 of Broaden Horizon dropped this week, you guys. Very fun
Yuri.
episode. What was that?
Yuri.
Yuri. We got Yuri Prohaska, top 5 UFC light heavyweight, the former king of Rizin, the one and only Rizin light heavyweight king that we have ever seen.
Monster dude.
Had him on the show. Awesome talking to him, of course. Also had Kenta Takizawa, who's taking on Hiromasa Ogekubo in the co-main event, bantamweight co-main event of Rizin 25. Probably gets a title shot if he wins, or at least puts him right up there. And then also had Yutaka Saito, who's fighting for the featherweight title, inaugural featherweight title against Mikuru Asakura in that main event for Rizin 25 on Saturday, November 21st. Can't wait for that fight. And then, of course, Tomo Mesawa, former Atomweight Deep Jewels champion, just retired off of that successful defense against Hikaru Aono. Amazing chat, you guys. Very special one for me to get to be the first person to interview her, since retiring and just talk about why she retired, what's next for her, look back on her career, all that stuff, which is a special thing for me to be a part of, and some awesome, fascinating insight, and just revealing stuff from her being so open. So it was awesome. I really encourage you to check that out. Episode 4 of Broad Horizon on mymnews.com. Even have a Japanese version now for any of you if you also speak Japanese and want to hear it in there. But that one doesn't include Yuri because he doesn't speak Japanese. So yeah, it's on my YouTube channel too, of course, which is youtube.com/Drake Riggs. And then just have some other stuff in the works that is not completed yet. So as always, that is all I got for now.
Yep. All right. So follow Drake Riggs at Drake Riggs _. Follow me at Steve K _MMA on Twitter, Steve K MMA on no underscore on Instagram. You guys can't have my TikTok. I don't want you guys knowing it or seeing it. But if you do find it,
they're all gonna look now.
they're not gonna find it. But thank you, Stamina. Thank you, Andrea, for showing up finally. Moni for coming in late, but better late than never. Yusuf was in here at some point. He didn't drop any questions to us this week. Thank you to whomever else was in here.
And Aaron.
Oh, Aaron, that's right. Aaron was in here as well. Thank you for coming on, Aaron. Until next week, like, subscribe, and subscribe to the Scrap YouTube channel. Till next week, enjoy the fights, y'all. Peace.